Number 5 of the 7 deadly sins is property problems. I'm Chris from wealthyon.com.au and we're going to be having a quick chat about property problems today. So, something when I speak to my mining, FIFO and tradie type clients, I often hear similar things again and again when it comes to buying property. Some people are stuck renting, some people are unsure when to upgrade to their next home, some people want to get onto the property ladder or property investment market and build a property investment portfolio, but they have no idea where to start. They have no idea what structure to hold it in, they have no idea who should own the properties or from a tax point of view what to do. So, if that sounds like you might have some degree of property problems. Finding the right property is really, really hard thing to do. As I said in a previous video of mine, only about 7.9% of Australians actually invest in the Australian property market. There's quite a lot of homeowners, but a real big problem with having property problems, or the long-term problem with having property problems, is that this is a huge asset that you're paying a lot of money for. And so if you aren't able to actually get it into the market, you could be missing out on a huge amount of growth or a huge amount of security around where you're living and those sorts of things. And if you don't have investments in investment properties and that sort of stuff, you could be missing out on one of the best performing assets that are around in the Australian market over the last 10, 20, 50 years. So, not having any property at all, not having any access to property can be a massive problem, and it can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over the long term. There are 3 or 4 things that really stand out to me when talking to people about their property problems. One of the things is that property is really expensive. Another thing is that they're not sure how to get a loan or when they should get a loan or what sort of deposit they should be saving or how to actually save a deposit. Another thing that is quite problematic, especially for my mining and FIFO type clients, is Chris, we move around a lot, so it's hard to actually commit to purchasing a property that we're going to live in. So these are all root causes, and it creates a sense of uncertainty. And if you're not absolutely certain in what sort of property you should be buying and when you should be buying it, the smart thing to do generally is to put off that purchase. So, they're the main root causes around property problems. So here at Wealthyon, whenever a client is looking to buy property, whether it's a first home, an investment property or something along those lines, we run them through our property buyers strategy guide, where we look at and get them to answer a few questions around what it is that they're buying, why they're buying it, how they're looking at buying it, and so that way they feel a little bit more comfortable around purchasing a property. We also have a look at a couple of simple ways in terms of how to save for a deposit and make sure that they're talking to the right professionals in terms of conveyancing and mortgage broking and all that sort of stuff, so that way they're getting the best kind of loan and the things go really quite smoothly. So how do you get a hold of our property buyers strategy guide or our money mastery guide? I want you to click the link below, like our Facebook page, and you should be able to download it straight from there. Otherwise, you can head to our website and grab it from there. It's free to download. I'm happy to share it with you. So whenever you're ready, click the link below and we'll get stuck in. And if you have any other questions after that, please flick me an email, private message me. Happy to have a chat to you. Just write property in the private message and we'll get started and I'll share that with you. I'm Chris from Wealthyon. Look after yourself and I'll hopefully speak to you really soon.